The summer transfer window. A time of hope and despair. A time of taking the word of pundits you've never heard of as gospel, sending poorly translated rumors to your friends, and getting excited about overhyped wonderkids. It not only represents new horizons for fans, but for the players themselves. Some are unwillingly carted off to help a club meet financial fair play rules. Others secure a dream move, while a fair portion have the chance to revitalize their careers at a new club, after acquiring the humiliating designation of deadwood. Football News Now channel takes a look at players on the fringes of their current clubs, who need a move to reboot their careers. Deli Ali Everton. It's hard to picture Deli Ali at his mercurial best, swanning his way around the White Hart Lane pitch in perfect synergy with Harry Kane. There was a season, believe it or not, when he bagged 22 goals and 13 assists. Way back in 2016-17, an English golden boy then. It was equally as hard to envision a future in which he would be booed off after 29 minutes by Besiktas fans against a third-division Turkish club. But there should be sympathy for Ali. Besiktas president Ahmet Nursibi said he hopes the 27-year-old recovers as a human after his spell there. An image of him inhaling laughing gas prompted concerns for his welfare, and the FA and PFA were urged to check on him. No footballer has an obligation to live up to expectations, but one Premier League goal since March 2020 is hard to justify. Frank Lampard couldn't trust him due to his attitude in training, and it's a long road to winning the trust of no-nonsense Sean Dyche. He has hardly been linked with anybody, a real marker of his fall from grace, that Ali should leave Everton and find somewhere where the pressure and scrutiny is not as great. Harry Maguire, Manchester United. If his performances in an England kit are anything to go by, Harry Maguire still has it in him to be a top-rate defender. If his showings in a Manchester United kit are anything to go by, Erik ten Hag should run for the hills. The mistakes are piling up now and are too costly if the Red Devils want to win a title. The 30-year-old does not look comfortable on the ball. Mail Sport revealed that United will listen to offers of around £40 million for the England defender, who only managed 759 top-flight minutes in 2022-23, not even the equivalent of 9 full games. With Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, and Victor Lindelof ahead of him in the pecking order, it's time to up sticks. He wants to stay, but Spurs boss Ange Postecoglou has previously noted his interest in him. Callum HudsonOdoi, Chelsea. After being at Chelsea since the age of 8, 22-year-old Callum HudsonOdoi wants to leave Chelsea. The talk last summer when he went on loan to Champions League club Bayer Leverkusen was that the winger could revive his career there. But a year on, he's back at square one. Despite an adequate beginning, he only started 2 games after Christmas and scored just 1 goal all season. With a year left on his contract, Chelsea could do to make some money from selling the out-of-sorts academy graduate, and at least 2 Saudi Arabian clubs have showed interest. Whether a move there would relaunch the career of a 3-time England international is up for debate. Despite its cash-happy summer, the Saudi Pro League's reputation is still relatively low, and it would take an impressive stint there to push himself back into the consciousness of Europe's big hitters. Philippe Coutinho, Aston Villa. Witnessing Philippe Coutinho's decline at Aston Villa has been devastating. Splashing £17 million on the Brazilian after a decent loan spell, Villa thought a playmaker of his pedigree would catapult them to new heights, and while villains have been resurgent under Unai Emery, it's not down to Coutinho. After a lack of form and some injury issues, Coutinho made just 1 matchday squad of the last 15 in 2022-23, despite being fit. Steven Gerrard's new club Al Ettifaq are exploring the possibility of bringing in the disenchanted number 10. Having showed little trace of his former brilliance at Villa, it's high time he moved on before this sorry Midland stint muddies what is, overall, a stellar reputation. Hakim Ziyech, Chelsea. Hakim Ziyech just can't get a transfer over the line. The former Ajax ace saw his lucrative move to Al Nassr fall through due to knee problems, after botched admin collapsed his PSG loan in January. On the ball, the Morocco star can look exceptional. His combination of balance and guile allows him to glide past defenders with ease, sometimes, but an ability to go profoundly missing in the real danger areas. The right winger averages around 3 touches per 90 in the opposition penalty area, sees his end product slashed. After no goals and 3 assists this campaign, it looks like the 30-year-old's prospects of regular football at Stamford Bridge have chilled, and he needs a move to rediscover his best form, somewhere where he can be the main man. Scott McTominay, Manchester United. You can hardly blame Scott McTominay for losing his place to Casemiro and Christian Eriksen, 2 doyens of the midfield cut and thrust. Indeed, if this is the way his United career ends, it is an honorable way to go. The homegrown talent, who has been associated with the Red Devils since he was 5, is now garnering suitors from empires as exotic as Rome and Brighton. On Scotland duty, he has acquitted himself superbly, scoring 5 goals in 4 Euro 2024 qualifying games. That is his pitch to show he can do more than tackle, and doesn't just have to be the B-side to Casemiro at Old Trafford. All the same, he finds himself on the edge of the action, and with United looking to shift players to fund their own splurges on a striker and goalkeeper, he may suffer. Newcastle have also made him a target this summer, and the reliable performer will surely settle into a good career somewhere, if not at United. Robert Sanchez, Brighton. Robert Sanchez is a peculiar name to include on this list, as it felt until not long ago that the goalkeeper, still only 25, had an upward trajectory. Once a cornerstone of Graham Potter's Brighton revolution, the Spaniard has fallen out of favor for club and country and only played once since March. Hope isn't lost for Sanchez, though. He has emerged as a potential cut-price replacement for David de Gea at Manchester United. His ball-playing abilities are in vogue, and most would still consider him a solid Premier League goalkeeper. Besides, at the age of 25, he has done well to accumulate the experience he has as a starting keeper, and has many years ahead. Jaffet Tanganga, Tottenham. Jaffet Tanganga is a left-field shout on this list, but his marginalization at Spurs gives food for thought. Jose Mourinho described him as amazing after his debut against Liverpool in 2020. But what is not amazing is a record of 4 Premier League outings last term for a player of his quality. Now 24. The Spurs Academy graduate needs to be playing consistent first-team football, and with Spurs finalizing their agreement for Wolfsburg's Mickey van de Ven, his career will not be benefited by any longer on the sidelines. Able to play at right back or center back, he would be a worthy addition to lots of Premier League teams, but has generated little spark this summer and doesn't appear to be in the shop window. AC Milan and Bournemouth were keen on him last year, but little has materialized this summer. Dean Henderson, Manchester United. Dean Henderson's prospects of becoming Manchester United's long-term first-choice goalkeeper look like mission impossible, especially considering that they're actively trying to recruit for the position. Hopes of a good relationship with Erik ten Hag decayed after he made his frustrations public last summer, and he was quickly shunted out on loan to Nottingham Forest after the Dutchman arrived. The 26-year-old has been injured since January, having to undergo thigh surgery, but he performed well at Forest, and they want him back. Conceding 33 goals and keeping 13 clean sheets in 36 Premier League games for Sheffield United in 2019-20, cemented his reputation as a strong top-flight goalkeeping option. But injuries and a lack of minutes have made him a lesser understood quantity since then. All the same, a move back to the Reds, where he could be first choice following the end of Keylor Navas's loan spell, would probably be good for his career, and give him a shot at getting back in the England picture. Donny van de Beek, Manchester United. Does anyone know what Donny van de Beek stands for as a player? We've hardly seen him since he arrived on Premier League shores from Ajax in 2020. He's managed 41 appearances in 3 years, and under the equivalence of 14 full games in terms of minutes. The arrival of Ten Hag at United brought fresh hope for the 26-year-old, who made 74 goal contributions in 175 matches at Ajax, winning the 2018-19 Eredivisie title under the manager. Injuries haven't helped, but he has gone missing, and he is now exploring options away from Old Trafford. Excellent at ball retention in his pomp in the Netherlands, a team with a passing philosophy would suit him. He could still have an influential career somewhere. Last month, he was offered to Roma,